All right, all right. Party people, you are in for a super duper treat. Buckle up, buckle in. We're going to give about a minute here for people to get in on the live. I know reminder emails and texts going out, and it's midday, so a lot of people weren't able to make it. And they're going to catch the replay. But for all of you that are here live, we're super excited to be here with you live in the Zoom to bring to you the one and only Wes Melcher, up close, personal, for him to I'm just excited for you guys to meet him. If you haven't already, if you don't know who he is, you're in for a treat on a personal level. He's been a big blessing in our lives, just on a personal level, in our relationship with him, but also what he's going to share with you, his brand new, unprecedented, I call him the Renaissance man, because he's so innovative, he's so creative, he owns multiple companies and multiple industries. But one of the things I love about him is his creativity, his innovative nature. And so wherever he's gone, he's done disruptive, innovative things. Who likes being around those kind of people? You know why that's exciting to put yourself around those kind of people? Because your life will never be vanilla, boring, dull, or ordinary. You will live an extraordinary life when you put yourself around extraordinary people, and he's always creating something new, better, not for himself, but for you guys. That's why we're excited to be here. And of course, he gets to enjoy the fruit of the journey and all of that, right? But I love this definition, you guys, as people are continuing to come in here. Before I introduce Wes and bring him in to just blow your minds with some super cool, exciting, unprecedented things that he's created and what that means for you and your family and your future, I just wanted to say that I want to show you something first about him, just to set the tone. Let me do a screen share real quick and show you guys something here. Let me know if you guys can see my screen here. Is that showing up? Thumbs up? Okay, you guys, this is a picture. That's Wes on the big screen. Okay, that's him on stage speaking in front of, I don't know, tens of thousands of people. I was actually there. I was in that audience. This is at the Dallas Cowboys Superdome. Okay. Wes didn't even know us. We didn't know each other personally at this point years ago. Okay. But I set the tone because I want you guys to understand, like, Wes has been speaking on stages in arenas around the country and around the world in front of tens of thousands of people. Okay, so to get him in a small, intimate room like this is not an everyday occurrence. So first, I want to do that to bring perspective and also help dial up your focus and attention about the value of what's about to happen for you. Because I was one of these small humans in this sea of humanity, okay, in one of those upper decks years back, okay, taking notes in the audience while Wes is on the microphone on stage teaching. At this point, he's taught millions of people, okay, but down there at that event, he was literally teaching keys that he had learned and leveraged in his own life to live a life of his dreams and beyond his dreams. He was teaching people what? How to live their dreams. Specifically, financial freedom, business, sales, relationships, a life with no limits. Anybody excited to learn some of that today in an intimate, up-close person with Wes? Anybody else excited? If not, baby, just delete them out of the room. If they're not excited, delete them out. We're not going to let them hear what Wes has to say.
You got it.
But you guys, I just wanted to show you that picture to bring perspective, okay? And take notes. Riches flow through relationships. Why in the world would Wes Melcher, someone who's in high demand, literally speak? If you follow him on social media, connect with him, you'll see him. He's been speaking all over the world in arenas. How is he even here in this, Zoom? I know a lot of you are catching the replay. Same thing, though. This is just for us in our community. You guys, this is what he teaches. He lives it. This is why he's had uncommon success. Riches flow through relationships. All right. And so I just want to set the tone with that. Wes, I want to let Wes come in. He's going to pour out the value for you guys. And I want to say on a personal level, though, before he shares this, because you guys are our community. We've connected with you guys in some way, shape, and form along the way. But here's what I want to say personally about Wes. I actually reached out to Wes on social media a few years ago. That's how we connected. And we've built a relationship since then. We've collaborated on things. He actually spoke. He actually was one of the speakers at our live event a year ago. Some of you might have been there. Incredible person, but the focus today is on you guys. Each of you that are here, what he's about to show you, what he spent the last, and I'll let him tell you more about his journey and everything he's going to show you. But I just encourage you to focus. This is a rare opportunity to be this close and personal with Wes. We'll do some Q&A at the end. But I'll say one other thing that should get you even more excited. Okay, you see Wes on that stage in the picture. Years ago, because he was one of the 4 co-founders of that company right there. Because of that company that he was one of the 4 co-founders of, and he literally was integral in the building that company. When I got married to Katie Marie, we didn't take a honeymoon. We took a honeymoon circuit. Okay, and we've been on a lifelong honeymoon for the last 9 years of our life, all right, for the rest of our life. But the point is, because of that company that he was one of the main co-creators of, you guys, Katie Marie and I took at least, maybe more, 15 incredible vacations in the first 2 years of our marriage to 5 diamond resorts, amazing places for free. We didn't pay anything. Listen, if you all think that I'm excited, this is me being calm. I need to let you know this is exciting. Like, would that excite you to give your spouse, your family, your future more unprecedented quality, peak life experiences, especially for free? Anybody cool with that plan? All right, I could say so much more about Wes in his business life, his personal life, but we want to get him rocking in here and showing you guys. Baby, anything you want to say to bring Wes up before we rock and roll here?
Yes, it's so incredible to have you with us, Wes, and to know that you are birthing this new adventure is so exciting. We are so honored and blessed to call you a friend, to, get to see you when we're in the same part of the world together. And the thing is, travel, I think, is something that most people are interested in, but there's such access everywhere. Like, there's a new site popping up right, left, and center. But what Wes is offering and what the core of his heart is really curating experiences. So I'm super excited. I'm actually going to have to run to an appointment here in a moment, but I'm super excited to just help clue you into what Wes is doing. It's absolutely revolutionary, and it's worth giving a listen to and sharing with your friends, your family. And as David mentioned, there's going to be some time for Q&A at the end. So make sure you write your questions down. This is also being recorded, and we'll be able to shoot the replay to you. So don't feel like you need to take notes on everything. I really want you to just focus and digest what Wes is talking about real time, and then you can really utilize that replay on the back end to get all of the details. But make sure that you're writing those questions down in the notes on your phone or however you do it, so that you don't lose those questions and you can actually ask Wes, because as he mentioned, it was incredible. Several events that David and I went to, our friend Wes, before we even knew him, was sharing his heart with the masses, and now he's here real time with you in a small, intimate setting. So really take advantage of that. Clear all the distractions, and without further ado, thank you so much, Wes, for being with us. It's all you.
Absolutely. Well, I love working with you guys. You're probably one of the most, if not the most dynamic couples that I've ever worked with. And like David mentioned, I mean, I've trained over 3 million people, and I love y'all's content. I love y'all's hearts, and how you give back and how you've shared. And, I really feel like David and I's relationship is really a God thing, because, I co-founded that company back in 2005, but we did have over 3 million members. But David was one that was a high performer. He came in as a customer first, but because the program we created was so good, he was like, I'm going to just take all these trips. I'm going to go on all these vacations. And so people started seeing all the trips he was taking, and they were like, how are you doing this? And so then he was actually able to build a substantial residual with us as well on the business side. And then for us to reconnect later through real estate, you know, we've done real estate stuff together and talked about real estate and brainstormed. And, you know, when I took some time out of the industry, because I've been doing this now for almost 30 years. I started selling travel back in 1996. I started my first travel company in 2001, but the majority of my career has been in the direct sales industry. And for me, you know, I feel blessed to be where I am, but I took some time away and focused on real estate. I got my real estate license, built a large portfolio of Airbnb properties, and that was kind of how David and I connected, was coming back to real estate. And then I've had the opportunity now to really take all of the ideas that I've developed and created and put into play in some companies and some environments. But really, what you're going to see today is an evolution of 30 years in the travel and direct sales space. I have an incredible team that I've assembled that have helped me do this. It's definitely not just me. But you know, there's nobody on the planet that has been doing travel combined with direct sales. It really on the globe. I mean, there's nobody that has the experience that I have. And so what you're going to see today is really a solution to what I think a lot of people experience in trying to get more out of life. You know, I really pride myself on helping people experience more. And like Katie said, you know, helping people get these peak life experiences, because you know, I grew up in a small town in Texas, and we couldn't afford to take vacations growing up. So I didn't even have my passport until I was 23, because the only trips I took were in college. I studied abroad in Costa Rica. It's where I fell in love with travel and culture, learned some Spanish. And for me, that was life-changing for me. But I went on a student visa because it was before 9/11 and you didn't need a passport. So I went on a student visa. But I didn't even have my passport until I was like 23 years old. And over the last 23 years, since I was 23, I've been to over 70 countries. I've been to pretty much every major sporting event, the World Series, the Super Bowl, the Kentucky Derby I go to every year. It's one of the things that I love taking new people to, because I just have this passion for helping people experience these amazing things. And so I'm taking a new group of people. One is a celebrity, and she's got millions of followers, but she's actually never been to the Derby. And so it's a friend of a friend. And so she's going to be coming with us to the Derby. And so I've always loved giving people the opportunities to experience the things that I have. And I've been so blessed. And my previous company, we built over 100 schools in Guatemala. That picture in the middle is when I was down in Guatemala on one of the trips building schools. And what's crazy is I literally just got a message over the Christmas holidays from one of the children that was in that community a decade ago, where I built the school. And now she is married and has her own baby. And she just sent me a message saying, you know, thank you, because I wouldn't have been able to go to school if you hadn't have come with your group and your travel company and built that school for me. And so I'm still in touch with those what were kids that now are young adults. And you know, that's something that's really important for me. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're going to discuss today and who's helping me build it, because I've been doing this, like I said, for almost 30 years. But on top of that, I've gone out and really put together what I call my dream team of people that I felt like could help me take these obstacles and/or challenges or frustration points for consumers when it comes to travel, lifestyle experience, getting on their bucket list trip, going on bucket list experiences. And I've put this team together over the last 6 months, and we've built something special. Now, what you're seeing today is a very private preview. So this is not available to the general public yet. The app and the community will not launch until May. And so what you're seeing today is an opportunity to really be part of a pre-launch preview of what we're building and what we're creating. The technology team that I've assembled has the highest level programmers, coders, designers, and software engineers that you could probably imagine. I mean, if you went out and tried to put together this team, you couldn't even do it, because they're so high level, and what they've built is so complex in the realm of business and software The platforms that my team have developed last year did over $3.7 billion in revenue on technology and software and platforms that my team has built. And so this is not just a Mickey Mouse, like play around, you know, weekend programmer or some outsourced programmer, you know, in another country that we're just trying to get people to hack around and play around with. We're building an enterprise level piece of software that's going to be app-based, but also it's going to be web-based as well. And then on top of that, internally, helping me to create and curate these experiences and the product, I brought in somebody who's been the director of product development for two of the largest private social club reciprocity programs in the United States. So if you're familiar, if you're a golfer or you're a member of a country club, there's a company here in Dallas called Club Corp, and Club Corp is the largest owner of country clubs in the world. And she developed a membership program that gives country club members that are part of their network access to special deals, discounts, travel concierge, travel software. And she's done that for not only them, but also another company that now is the largest called Palmer Advantage. And so I actually was able to steal her and bring her in, and she's helping to curate our membership experiences. And one of the reasons why she came on board is because she saw the travel technology that I was building. And the travel technology that we've built gives discounts even above and beyond what the programs were that she was a part of for 25 years. They couldn't even get the deals and the prices that I'm getting. And so there's a possibility at some point down the road that we may even partner with them or get access to some of their country clubs or their programs, because everybody wants what we're building. Okay. And so I just want you to understand that the people that are helping put this together and create this are literally ninjas. And then if you look at my internal corporate team that are helping with our influencer program, they're helping with our B2B program. David as well is helping with our B2B program because he has tremendous experience in B2B sales before he got into real estate and was doing that. And that's one of the things that I've been bouncing ideas, you know, around with him and talking about our B2B program, because in my previous company, we tried to create a B2B program, but the company was never really able to deliver on the software end and on the member experience. That's not going to be a problem here. We've already got it built. And so the team that's internal working with me have over a combined 100+ years experience in travel, affiliate sales, network marketing, influencer launches, brand channels, influencer management, and so much more along with the B2B, like I mentioned. And so it's really amazing that I've been able to put together this team and this group, because there's no way I could have done what you're about to see if it wasn't for this internal team. Now, just so you know, like I said, this is not live yet. Okay. So when it goes live, Bright Life is going to be a private, invitation only travel and lifestyle membership community that gives you access to travel discounts, exclusive lifestyle experiences and bucket list experiences, health and wellness content, and a one-of-a-kind loyalty program that I don't think will ever be topped. Nobody is doing what we're doing in terms of loyalty, and it's going to blow you away. Now, let's start with travel, because this is obviously where the focus of my career has been. And so we've put together contracts and relationships with the biggest travel vendors and suppliers in the world. We will launch in May with over 1 million hotels, resorts, car rentals, cruises, villas, and vacation homes at launch. And then we have multiple phases of additional partnerships and relationships that will be molded into the technology. And so what you see in the beginning will be tremendous. And we've already been testing it. And I've been using parts of this technology over the last couple of years in a consultancy role. And the average savings is about 35% off the best online price currently. We've seen savings in excess of 50, 60, and even a few instances over 65% off of what the best online price is. On top of that, the most important thing is the member experience, okay? Because, you know, most people don't realize that most of the travel inventory comes from the same places around the world, okay? And so in the past, my previous companies had tried to figure out ways to compete rather than use the best and work with the best. And so what I've done is taken a completely different approach and building a custom piece of software that will take the data and results and get tremendous savings for you, because we're eliminating the middleman. There is no travel agency commission. And so any commissions or revenue that we would normally make for sharing this content with our members is going directly back to the member at the point of sale. It's one of the reasons we're able to get the discounts that we can get. But on top of that, the way that you're going to see it, the way it's going to be laid out, the way our search is going to work with AI functionality, you'll be able to sort and search through reviews, but also influencer videos and creator content that our members are going to share on our platform. And when those reels is what they look like, okay, and I'll show you a screenshot in just a second. When they get shared on other platforms and link tracking is enabled on all of our sharing capabilities, there will be profit coming from even free users down the road as we grow that will come back to the people that created content at the beginning when we launch next month. So this is really almost like a land grab. These are some screenshots from the beta version of our software and our app that's about to launch. I love the look and feel. It's simple, it's easy, it's more like an Amazon experience. And we modeled this after one of my favorite pieces of travel technology in the industry, but it's a company that has a very limited inventory, but I loved their interface. And so this is what it's gonna look like. The savings, of course, like I said, vary whether you wanna go to Vegas, New York, Dubai, Ibiza, it doesn't matter. We've got every place around the world that you could go visit, over 1 million options for you that we'll launch with, and the savings, like I said, will vary, but they've been averaging in our testing and auditing about around 35%. Now, we're also going to be doing our live life experiences, and this is one of the things that my internal team is working on currently. We already have relationships with luxury car rentals. We have relationships with the largest yacht broker in the world. We have relationships building and that we're working on with some of the largest music festivals and concert and event companies around the world. I'm actually working on a relationship right now that could give you pre-sale access or VIP seating at some of the biggest concerts and music festivals out there. And these are going to be the way that we allow our members to experience their bucket list experiences. You know, I'm a music person, so I've been to all of the big music festivals. And for me, all of the ones that I wanted to go to, I've been to, and they've been incredible experiences. But most people don't know how to go or how to get there or where to stay or even how to get the tickets. Some are very difficult to get. And so this is going to be just one more added value component to the Bright Life experience when you're going to have somebody helping you obtain tickets and seating or pre-sale access to some of these types of events. Over the last 4 years since COVID, I've really taken a personal approach to my own personal health and also mental health and fitness. You know, COVID, I think, was a very catastrophic event for community, for culture, for families. I think it isolated people and it kept people detached. And that's one of the reasons we're trying to bring back community. And one of the reasons why I think this is such a blessing to be happening right now, because I've actually met last summer when I was doing an event, I met the guy who created almost all of the fitness content for one of the largest hotel chains in the world. So all of the curriculum that they do at this particular brand, and they own lots of brands, but at all of their properties, he helps work with the entertainment and fitness groups that run all of that curriculum for that hotel chain. And so he has actually come in and he's helping to develop personal fitness and wellness routines. He has a very large online coaching community for personal and physical fitness. But we also have some of the greatest trainers from my previous company that are going to also be creating personal development content and motivational content that's all going to be part of our app. So not only are we going to have videos and kind of travel fitness hacks that are for our community, but we're also going to be doing live events. So when we do a personal development event, like we did in my previous company, you saw the picture when we started that David shared at AT&T Stadium. One of the things that I never understood, and I loved doing it, and we impacted millions of people, but I never understood why we did events now. That one I know because it was our biggest. We had over 25,000 people at that event. And so it was basically over a third of Dallas Cowboys Stadium at that event. But what I didn't understand was we were a travel company, but we did our trainings and events in places like Kansas City, New Jersey, Glendale. And no offense if you live in any of those places, but I just feel like, you know, the Atlantis in the Bahamas, the Hard Rock in Cancun, you know, the Hard Rock in Ibiza, you know, the Grand Wailea in Hawaii is a better place to go if you're going to have to go somewhere for 2 or 3 days. And so what we're going to do is, instead of doing 3-day trainings, we're going to do 1-day personal development, motivation, physical fitness, mental health, and then we're going to have 2 or 3 days of fun. And we're going to put these events together all over the world. So it's going to really bring the community together and really help people have these amazing experiences that are custom curated, but also very unique, where you can't get them anywhere else in the world. Now, this is my favorite part of the program, and this is our loyalty program. Now, I'm a very loyal customer. And the reason I say that is because I'm on American Airlines, what's called a million miler. That means that I've flown over 1 million miles. I'm actually almost a 2 million miler. I'm at 1.8 million miles on American. Now, I'm so loyal to American. I live in Dallas, which is their biggest hub, so that's definitely a big part of it. But I don't even look at other airlines' prices or flight availability when I go to book a flight. I only go directly to American. Why? Because I'm a loyal customer because of their Advantage program. So I'm an executive platinum and have been for 9 of the last 10 years. I only lost my status during COVID. And so for a decade, I've been what's called an EP. As an EP, if I'm on a flight in the United States and there is a seat in business class or first class when I get there, or if they haven't already upgraded me, I'm getting that seat. And so that's a savings every time I get on the flights of, you know, $200, $300, $400, maybe more for that upgrade. On top of that, I get a lot of other perks and privileges. I get access to the best lounges that American and all of their One World partners have on any international flight I'm on. And there's just tons of reasons why I'm a loyal customer. Well, in my previous company, we tried to create loyalty programs, and some of them worked for a time period, but there was always gotchas. And this is one of the things that I don't like about the travel space. You know, everybody has a loyalty program or an awards program, but most of them do not do justice the value proposition, especially like American does. Now, perfect example is American Express. So I had an American Express that I spent a bunch of money on. And so it was over about a 2-year period. On my Amex, I put 300,000 points on my Amex card. And so I had these 300,000 points. And when I went to use them, I wanted an international round trip ticket. It wasn't a crazy ticket. It was like a $2,000 ticket. I was like, it's time. I've got 300,000 points. I need to do something with these. I couldn't even redeem 300,000 points for one round trip ticket. I was like, what? I've spent $300,000 on this card, and I can't even get a $2,000 plane ticket for all of those 300,000 points. I said, something's got to change. We need to come up with a loyalty program that people will say, look, I'm not leaving that membership. I'm not leaving that company. I'm going to do all my business with them because they take care of me. So what you're seeing, in my opinion, is the first company that's ever really been built for the customers by the customers. See, I've been a customer of the travel industry for 30 years. And so I know how to get good deals. I know what I like. I know how to spend. I know how to shop. And so I wanted to create a loyalty program that would give people access to all the things that I've learned over the 30 years, but also reward them and incentivize them to stay a customer and to continue using us. We've got tons of features. I can't even go through half of them today with you that will keep you on our app, that will help you, get more out of life because of our community and because of our app. But you're going to stay because of our bucket list experiences. And so what we're going to do is, when you download the app and you become a member, we're going to take a survey from you, and you see on the left side of your screen, what are your top 10 bucket list destinations? So what are the things that are on the top 10 list of your bucket list? And you're going to tell us. And so we're going to collect all this data, and we're going to use this to negotiate deals with hotels in those destinations. And on top of that, if it's events or experiences or music festivals or concerts or sporting events, we're going to go get deals on that kind of stuff too. And then you're going to have notices. You're going to get push notifications inside the app. If you're interested in going to Kentucky Derby, when we get a Kentucky Derby package, you're going to get notified. We're going to take this data and create a custom experience for you so that you can get more out of life, so that you can go on your bucket list experiences. And that's what we're going to use to go out and get these deals is your content. So we're going to literally take your data and go work for you. And then every year that you maintain your membership, we're going to give you a 5-star, guaranteed 5-star hotel stay for 2 people, the member and a guest, for 4 days and 3 nights. Now, the hotels that we're contracting with, we already have several of them. Just to give you an idea, this is the caliber of hotel that we're contracting. This is the Conrad in Tulum. The Conrad is the new 5-star, 5-diamond brand for Hilton, okay? And I've stayed now at several of them. They are by far one of my favorite hotels on the planet. It's the same caliber as like Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, Mandarin Oriental, the Rosewood. This is that level of experience. Now, these hotels average $700 to $1,000 a night every single night. Now, I went the other day and I found the best price that I could find on the Conrad in Tulum, which was voted the #1 new hotel in all of Mexico when it opened in 2022. You can see on your screen with taxes, 3 nights at that hotel right now, and this is a sale, okay? This is lower than it normally is $504 a night plus tax, which is $2,077 once you pay the taxes and the resort fees. When you get your bucket list trip from us, we're paying all of that. So that $2,077 that you see right there, you don't pay any of it, okay? So you just get there, and then once you're there, whatever you spend is on you. But that hotel that you're seeing right there for $2,077 will be $0 when you check in because of your Bright Life membership, because you put Mexico or Tulum on your bucket list, and then we awarded you that trip. And you'll see on the app back here, you'll see on the top left, bucket list trip sailing to you, 2 months, 8 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 57 seconds. You're going to see the countdown on the app exactly telling you when you're going to get your next bucket list trip. Now, a lot of times people say, well, Wes, what's the savings and how's the best way to use the Bright Life community and membership? Well, I want to just walk you through a very minimal usage scenario, okay? First of all, your bucket list trip. We just showed you that's $2,000 in pure savings right off the top, probably more like $2,500, maybe even in some cases $3,000. But we use that example. Then let's just say you use the app to book 1 hotel stay for 5 nights. Now, I told you the average savings is about 35%. So if you just save 35% over 5 nights, you're going to save over $500 plus tax, which most hotels and resorts are in the 20 to 30% range for taxes now, with resort taxes, resort fees, use tax, sales tax. Trust me, they've got all kinds of taxes on there. And so that savings is probably more like $600-700, maybe $800 on just 1 5-night stay. Then let's say you choose to go on one of our curated trips, and we're going to be doing these grand opening launch trips this summer. We're doing one in the US, one in Mexico, and one in Ibiza in Europe. And so the savings minimum on these launch trips is going to be well over $600. So let's say you go on one of those at $600. You could go on all 3. I'm going to go on all 3. I'm going to try to get David and Katie Mary too to come on all 3. And they're going to have to bring Gabriel. It's going to be a fun time. Ibiza may not be possible for Gabriel, but we're going to have some fun. Now, the launch trip is $600 in savings. Then let's just say you use one of our yacht brokers or luxury car rentals on one luxury car rental in Vegas or LA or Miami. You can save $500 to $700 on just 1 day car rental. Okay, so we're getting over 50% off in some of these situations. And so that's a savings on just literally using it a few times of $4,000. So I know you're asking the question, okay, well, Wes, what's this going to cost me? To join Bright Life when the app goes live, to be a member of the community and be a customer, it's going to cost you $199 for the first month. So you pay $199 to join, and then every month thereafter, it's only $179. So over the course of 12 months, you spent a little over $2,000, but I just showed you that a bare minimum savings, if you used it very sparsely, $3,952. We have people that will use the hotel booking for, kids' sporting events or gymnastics. My daughter does theater. She used to do cheerleading, so we would go to cheerleading events. You can book anything through there: weddings, quinceañeras, holiday weekends, getaway weekends. You can even book hotels through the app for family members as well. And so all of these ways that you can save money, just put more money back into your bank account, more money in your pockets. And remember, it's also all of the benefits that you're going to get along the way and the experience. It's going to be literally like a two-step checkout. So, one of the most popular travel sites in the world right now is booking.com. And I feel like it's the most cumbersome and clunky website out there. You're going to see that our technology has eliminated all of those headaches and hassles, and it's going to literally be easier than buying something on Amazon. That's how easy it's going to be to use the app whenever it goes live. Now, for those of you that are sitting here saying, okay, Wes, you told me this was a special preview pre-launch. Why are we hearing about this before? Well, the reason is because, like I said, this is a community for the customers, by the customers, for the members, by the members. And so you're going to have an opportunity to participate during our pre-launch and become an influencer. Now, once our app goes live, customers will be able to refer friends and family, and there will be a program for them. But what we're talking about right now is the ability for you to be able to make residual income and earn free travel. The first step as a member is when you refer 2 other customers to the platform. Once we go live, we will waive your $179 monthly fee. So if all you did was refer 2 people, you wanted to stop there, you don't want to earn any residual, you don't want to earn on travel content, you can literally get your $179 waived for life and still get your free bucket list trip every year. So you get all of the value we talked about on this Zoom, but without paying anything for it, just by referring 2 people. Now, to go beyond that, today you have the opportunity to sign up as an influencer. Now, what's an influencer? An influencer is somebody who's partnering with Bright Life to get the word out about our platform. And so because you're helping us grow, we are going to compensate you not only by building travel content, but also by attracting other members. So as an influencer, by paying $19 a month, we're giving you access to all of the technology that we're building to help promote the brand. So we've got logos, we've got videos, we've got branding, we've got social media picture frames, we've got all these different tools that we've already created. All of them will be available inside of the app. The app will know that you're an influencer. And so our real technology, our video branding technology, you will have access to all of that for just $19 a month. You'll have an arsenal of weapons that you can use for marketing, branding, advertising, and promotion. And you can earn up to $500,000 per month in residual income. That's the most though. So if your budget is more than $500,000 a month, we need to talk afterwards about budgeting. Okay. But with my previous company, the maximum residual they offered was $50,000 per month. I hit that level in my first 18 months back in 2006, okay? And I could only make $50,000 a month, and it was that way the entire time I was there. I wanted people to be able to earn more. I wanted the company to be able to incentivize people more. And so we're literally paying out 10 times the maximum what my previous company paid out for the entire 15 years that it was in business. Okay, so this is a massive deal. And you get access to all of this technology and all of the link tracking and the sharing capability so that you get paid for any work that you do, any travel content you produce, any videos you share, any content you share. Our technology will track it all back to you. And on top of that, if you know business owners, that's one of the things David and I have been talking about. It's his background in B2B. You can also get paid for businesses coming on board with Bright Life to either book their travel or offer Bright Life to their employees. If employers want to retain their people, give them a vacation for free every single year, help them be healthier, wealthier, more successful, all of the benefits that come along with being part of our Bright Life community. You'll get paid on all of that as well. Now, the other thing we have going right now is a special founder program. So to become a founding member of Bright Life, you must join before we launch publicly in May. So you've only got literally less than a month left to be part of this program. Now, to be a founder and to get your full benefits, all you have to do is join as an influencer right now for the $19.99 and then upgrade within 3 days of the app going live in May. When you do that, you're going to get full credit towards your bucket list based on the date you joined as an influencer. Normally, that's a member benefit. But let's say you join today, which is today is April 9th. Okay, so April 9th today, that means that if you join today for just $19.99, April 9th of 2025, you will get your first bucket list notification. So one of the 10 destinations that you tell us you're going for 4 days and 3 nights to a 5-star hotel in that destination. But you only paid $20 this month, and it may be a week or two in the next month when it goes live. So you're saving somewhere between $300 and $400 on just signing up as an influencer right now, because we're going to backdate your member enrollment to the date that you joined as an influencer. So that's a massive advantage. On top of that, we're going to let you participate in our bucket list acceleration program. We have so many people that are excited about taking their bucket list that we're going to let our founders accelerate it and go in 6 months as opposed to 12. It'll only be for the first one, but we want to get people on these trips, have them experience this, go with our signs. And so only the founders will be able to participate in this bucket list acceleration program. And then on top of that, you're going to get first dibs on those special pre-launch grand opening trips that we're doing this summer. So all of that amounts to several $100s in savings for just joining today for $19.99. Now, this is one of my favorite parts of what we're doing. I told you earlier, the favorite part of the app was our loyalty. My favorite part of the company is what we're going to be doing to give back. And so one of my favorite organizations is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I can't tell you how many times I've teared up and gotten emotional when I've seen people who were terminal, and a lot of times children, get a chance to experience this once in a lifetime experience, whether it's meeting a celebrity or going on a trip or, going to Disney World or whatever it is. I just think they're amazing stories. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are maybe down on their luck, maybe have had some tragic life experience. Maybe it's somebody who's, been serving our country and was, overseas for 2 years or 3 years or longer. But we have people that have not been able to experience bucket list experiences, and their bucket list may not have anything scratched off of it. So we have a member submission portal on our app that's going live next month, and our members are going to nominate people to get their bucket list trip paid for completely. So whatever it is, whatever their dream bucket list experience is, we're going to award one of those every single month. And so I can't wait to see the lives change, to see the families and the experiences. I mean, this may be somebody that's never even had a passport, children that have never been on a plane, never seen the beach. I mean, these are the types of stories that we're going to be sharing, and this is going to be a big part of what we do. Now, for those of you that haven't already seen us online, please go follow our social media pages. Our Instagram page is @BrightLife. And we already have some amazing branding out there. If you click on the 3 stars on the center of your screen on our profile on Instagram, you can see all of our tagline picture frames. You can put your photo inside of all of these picture frames already on our social media pages. And so as our app goes live, the community is going to explode. It's going to grow. You can also go to brightlife.com. That's BRYTELYFE.com and see all of our social media content and see more information about the company. And you'll be seeing more about the app countdown. We will put it up as soon as we know when we're going to be going live exactly. We have an estimate right now of May 8th. And so I would encourage you to get signed up right away. It's $20. Be part of our founder program. Become an influencer. Help us, get the land grab going by sharing your travel content, sharing your reviews. You're going to get paid for that content. It's going to be an incredible program. Nobody is doing this, by the way. We have the only technology in the place that will pay people for travel content on their platform and customize the experience for you. And so with that being said, I'm going to actually turn things over to our host, the one and only Mr. David Hughes, and I will take some questions. Or David, if you have anything you want me to expand on or talk about, I can do that as well.
Yeah, thank you, Wes. First of all, for those of you live with us in Zoom, Wes is with us in the Zoom, so he can see your chat. Please pour the love on Wes in the chat. You guys, if you weren't here at the beginning, I showed a picture of Wes in Dallas Cowboy Stadium in front of tens of thousands of people on stage teaching people. We have him right here for us in an intimate setting. You guys, pour the love. Thank him for his time today.
Thank you.
What he just shared. You guys, I'm beyond excited about what he and his team have created and are creating. or I wouldn't be prioritizing it in our world, right? A lot of you all know we have businesses and things going on that we do, but this is a perfect fit. That's why when he was part of creating that first company years ago, it was an automatic yes immediately, because no one needs to sell you on travel, vacation, peak life experiences. You're already sold on it. All your friends and family, like Wes is a top record-breaking sales guy in companies and industries. And he told me, I heard him say recently, he was like, the thing I love about travel is it's the easiest sell in the world, because you literally don't even have to sell it. People are already sold. You're already sold. You're already using this, and your family's already using it. You're just paying more for it. Though you're just paying more than with now what he's created, so that all these dollars that you've been paying more for can go be reallocated, reinvested, and multiplied somewhere else in greater utilization. You guys, I mean, Wes, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I want to highlight a few things, then we'll take a few questions in our remaining moments. If you have a question about anything Wes talked about today, please go ahead and drop it in the chat. If you're watching this on replay, I know a lot of you couldn't make the live session. If you're watching by replay, the links that you'll need are in the description under the video. Let me go ahead and drop the link. Wes, can I drop the link to anybody who wants to go ahead and, okay. I'm going to drop the link right now for all of you all in chat that are in Zoom with us, to everyone. Okay.
Also, somebody asked, are we open in the UK? Yes, we are open in the UK, and we're open globally. And so we're not a travel company, we're a software company. So we're software as services. And so it's important that everybody understand that for us, we want this to be available for the masses. And we've got over 1 million hotels that are already in the queue that will be going live next month.
All right. Yes, I just dropped the link. Tammy said, drop the link, $19, no brainer. Exactly. You guys, look, if you all have been following me and Katie Marie for any amount of time, you know that we know a lot of people. A lot of people approach us daily about opportunities, companies, all this stuff. And we rarely bring people to our community in front of, I mean, we do consistently, but I'm saying rare relative to all the people who ask to get in front of our audience and our community and us to partner with them, us to align. I agree with Tammy. This is a complete no-brainer if you say yes to this. Are you interested in more in number and greater quality and quantity of peak life experiences for you, your spouse, your children, your friends, your family? If that's a yes, to me, this is a no-brainer. It's better than anything. I told you all this at the beginning. A lot of you all joined later. The company Wes co-founded years ago sent me and Katie Marie on at least 15 incredible vacations around the world for free. We didn't pay anything for it, you guys. That was tens of thousands of dollars that we got to go experience worth that we didn't pay anything for, because of what Wes and his brilliance and his partners created. Why am I saying that? And Wes, you tell me what you think. But what he's created, he is the main guy of this company. It's his baby. It's his idea. He has a great team around him, but Wes is the main guy of this. This is way better than even that. And that was the most amazing thing I had ever seen or experienced in relation to value and travel and vacation and experiences and the people we met. I mean, we never would have known Wes. And I mean, God could have connected us another way, but we met Wes through that. So I want to highlight one other thing. If you all are listening to this, number one, it's probably already a no-brainer for you, like it was for me years ago, and now even more so, because we're already a yes to travel. Katie Marie, me, Gabriel the Great, we love going to new places, having new experiences, right? But to be able to do it more, and to be able to do it where they're curating and they're doing the heavy lifting, you guys, that's why it was such a no-brainer for me, number one. Number two, though, here's the part. Who wants to travel with me and Katie Marie and Wes to some super cool places? That, to me, is the most exciting part. Drop it in the chat if you all want to go to cool places with Wes, me, Katie Marie, Gabriel the Great. Wes's other cool, amazing friends. That cool, super cool people in super cool places. If that sounds cool to you and fun, like this is what we're doing, you're one of the first in the world to know about it, you guys, because of my relationship with Wes. He let us know about it before, like, there's not that many people, but he's starting to get the word out. So a lot, I mean, it's people are flooding in now.
That's a huge point that I wanna reiterate, because everybody that joins through David and Katie Marie will be benefiting from the work that David and I have already been planning. So all of the B2B stuff that we're going to be doing, additional events, we're going to be doing some other live events and some trips. And so by joining now, the way the compensation plan works is you will be on David and Katie Marie's team, and everybody that joins after you through all of the stuff that we're doing will actually benefit you. So that is a massive, massive deal. And I don't have time to explain all of the compensation today, but I have a video that I've already done that explains the compensation. And so after you sign up, we can send you that video, and it'll explain exactly how you'll be compensated from not only what you do, but also from the travel content. And then of course, what David and Katie Marie are doing and what I'm doing with them.
Huge, man, huge. You guys, I know there's a lot of information. I want you to get these highlights at the end here as we wrap up. What Wes just shared, what I'm saying to me are the highlights. Hannah, see, I know she's an action taker. Hannah and Blair just signed up. Let's go. You're going to love them, Wes. Hannah, she was the one, I texted Hannah and Blair, just so you know, I texted Wes the other day about you guys. I said I have some awesome people that are influencers that are going to love this. And so anyway, that's Hannah Keeley right there and Blair Keeley. They're incredible people. You're going to love them. So anyway, you guys, think about this. Like Wes said, we don't have time today to get into the compensation, but since this is one of the most exciting part, now here's the thing. These are two separate things. Everything he shared today is the membership. If that's all you do, the membership, take advantage of it, help other people go experience it, that's amazing. Wes, you said, right, that if they enroll, when they enroll today on the pre-launch, and then they get in as a co-founder within the first couple of days of the membership, all they have to do is refer 2 members and their monthly membership fee is waived. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, just two and free. So you refer 2 and yours is waived, and you still get the bucket list trip every 12 months.
You guys, you got to, some of y'all might not be understanding this yet. You are a member, okay? As soon as you refer 2 members, your monthly membership fee of $179 is waived. You're not paying anything, yet the company is still crediting you as an active member, and they're paying your bucket list trip every year. You guys, why I get so excited about this is I was this excited about the first travel company he helped create years ago, and it was amazing. This is even way better than that. And because of back then it was refer 4. So I had a free membership pretty much from day one, right? So I had a free membership monthly, didn't pay anything for my membership, yet I was getting to go take all these free trips, and I'm not paying anything for my membership. You guys, we can't make it any easier than that. Okay. The last thing, Wes, I know we got to roll. I want to highlight two quick last things, than anything else you want to close out on. So, number 1, guys, the reason it's important, if this is something you're ever going to do at all, the reason it's important to do it now during pre-launch is because of everything he just shared. If you missed it, a replay will go out, catch the replay. You're going to have founding member status, which means a lot of cool exclusive benefits for you. All right. Tammy just signed up. Welcome to the club. Now, so that's important, right? And then also the exclusive benefits and savings. But here's what I want you to think about. Here's what I think about when I'm listening to Wes, what he created. Think about Uber, guys. Uber. When Uber went from zero, an idea, and relatively quickly to a multi-billion-dollar company, how did you find out about Uber? I found out through a friend. They shared a link. They're like, hey, here's this Uber. Click the link. You get a free ride. I get a free ride. And then I started sharing. I told friends that didn't know about it. But here's the kicker, you guys. Uber's not paying me anything every month for these people. I got one free ride. You got to understand this. Imagine if what Uber did, it didn't pay anything, just a $10, $15 free ride one time. But everybody that you referred and they referred you get paid every ride, every month, you're getting a percentage of that forever. That's in essence, in my mind, like pretty much how this works on the compensation side is by you just helping people get the best deals on their vacation and travel, something they already want. You're getting a passive, and you all know we're about rivers of revenue flowing into our life. We don't work for money, money works for us. This is one of the incredible ways. So Wes, wrap us up along those lines. You guys, for any of you interested in the compensation plan, email us, message us. We'll send out the video link to you, so you can watch it. There's a short video where Wes shows, but in 30 seconds, Wes, or 60 seconds, can you say anything about it? Because when I've seen a lot of compensation plans in a lot of different industries, real estate, insurance. I was an insurance agent for years, multiple different direct sales. When I saw you show the compensation plan that you and your team created the other day, truthfully, honestly, I've never seen anything like that in multiple ways. But can you hit like a 30 to 60 second as we wrap up, just for people who are like, man, they already catch the vision on the product and service side, and they're like, man, if I can be one of the early affiliate influencer partners to revenue share with these guys, like, whoa. Like, can you just hit like something real quick as an appetizer, and then we'll get the details out to everybody who wants to see that.
Yep, I'll share it right now. I'm gonna give you just a quick screenshot. And this is the residual. And a couple of things to point out. First of all, the first residual rank at our previous company that David and I met in was what was called, for residual, was called 30-30. Okay, so you had to have 30 customers left, 30 customers right. It's what's called a binary compensation plan. I've got a video that'll teach you all of this, so you don't have to worry about it right now. But just realize this is 60 customers, okay? With that company's 60 customers, 30-30, paid an average of $190. Okay, so it took 60 people that had to be in your organization. You didn't have to tell all 60. It was the same type of compensation structure. So 2 teams, you may have told 10 and they told the other 50. Okay, but you made $190. With us, the same thing, 30-30 is $1,600. It's almost
per month.
Times. That's per month. Okay. Now, what's cool is that it starts at just 2-2. So you could literally refer 4 people and you're getting $200 a month residually. We're going to have people when we launch next month that, because of how many people have already signed up, assuming that they all convert, there's going to be people that are 70-70, 30-30. That's $3,000 a month for just 70-70. And there's somebody inside of our Bright Life group that already is almost 70-70, and she's signed up 8 people. So she signed up 8, but she's almost 70-70. So literally when the system goes on, assuming those people upgrade, she'll be at $3,000 a month residually, $36,000 a year the day we turn the system on. Okay. And then you have the potential to make up to $500,000. Now the top level in the old company.
Wes, hold on, Wes. They missed that. That's not $500,000 a year. Tammy's getting it. I see you, Tammy. That's $500,000 a month, guys. And for those of you that still have the limiting beliefs and you're just thinking too small and you're in your own way, that's okay. Hang around Wes, hang around us. We'll help you get out of your own way and think bigger. Realize 18,000, that's not much. I mean, Wes, go back to your point. You were going to say 500,000 a month residual while you sleep money. Go back to what you're about to say there.
Yeah, so if you look at my team in the previous company, I had 365,000 people go into my team over 13 years. 365,000, okay? But the most I ever made in monthly residual was 50,000. Okay, I was capped at 50,000 a month, and I hit that in 18 months. So from 2006 until 2018, I was making 50,000 a month. If I would have had this compensation plan, I would have made 10, 15, 20 million dollars more. Okay. And that same level took me about 6,000 people, somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 people. And so I would have been between 2,750 and 4,500. And that would have been 125,000 a month. For the same amount of people, I would have been making almost 400% more. Okay. So there's a massive opportunity here, and you're going to be hearing about this. Well, you just did before literally we launched a week ago. So in 1 week, we've signed up several hundred people, but those are the only people that heard about it before you. So if you're never going to hear about something when they say ground floor and it's 3 years in or 2 years in, because the company is going to be around for a long time. 2 years, 3 years is still ground floor. If for a company that becomes a legacy company, like the previous company we were in, if you got involved in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, you made millions of dollars if you got in with me in those years, but we haven't even gotten to that point yet. And so it's a massive, massive deal. So there is a video that I put together. We'll send it to everybody that joins, and it'll explain more detail the compensation. And I can answer any questions. You guys can follow me on Instagram. It's just at Wes Melcher. I only have one page. I'm verified on social media. So you can shoot me questions on there as well, and I'll be glad to help.
Wes, you're awesome, bro. I love you. Hey, Tammy is so awesome. Tammy's been with us for a while. She's awesome. She's one of our students and friends. She said, I love what she said there in the chat. She said, if you missed out on Bitcoin, here's your chance. Yeah. I can't disagree with that. You guys, actually, if you look at it with the residual, this for the people who take advantage of it is even way more powerful than Bitcoin. There's a lot of people who made a lot of money in Bitcoin and lost a lot of money, and it's up and down. But here's the thing. I love recurring revenue. That's why our lives, we have rivers of revenue flowing into our life. Guys, that's what's available to you here for those of you that are interested in being a part of the business partnership with Wes and me. Okay. Now, and if you're not interested in business, you're not an entrepreneurial type, that's fine. Take advantage of the membership only, refer a couple people, get a free membership, go save thousands of dollars, enjoy the membership. Literally, we will never tell anybody they need to do the influencer business part with us. But for those of you who do want to be a part of the business side, let's wrap up with this thought, okay?
Well, one other thing I was going to tell you, David, I'm doing live Zooms Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 p.m. Central. So I know a lot of y'all are Eastern, so it's 10 p.m. Eastern. The next one is tonight. We've been having over 100 people on every one, and from all over the world. We've already got people signed up in about a dozen countries just in a week. And so it's zoomviproom.com. I'll put it in the chat, but that tonight will be very similar to what I did. It'll be geared more towards the general audience and not obviously this community, but that's available to you every night this week except for Friday. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a training too for people that want to promote Bright Life, tips, technique, how to invite, what to post on social media, how to use all of our different pieces of technology that are about to go live. So just keep that in mind. I forgot to mention that to you, David. So
I'm glad you did, because it ties in perfectly to one of my final thoughts and points. One of the things I've learned, and because people ask me and Katie Marie all the time, like, how do you guys get to live life full time and flip flops and the beach and travels? You seem stress free, and we are pretty much, living life of our dreams and helping other people live their dreams. You own these businesses, but you work part-time, you live life full-time. Really, none of it's work. We only do what we choose to do. It's our passion, our businesses, helping people. And here's the answer, you guys. It's leverage. Leverage. You leverage, write this down, OPE, other people's everything. Other people's knowledge, time, talents, ability, other people's network. So this is just another great example, unique, unprecedented example of how you can leverage Wes, what he created, the millions of dollars worth of research and investment and technology that he and his team that they've created. You can leverage that if you choose to as a member only or a business partner with him, a business partner with me. To what does leverage mean? He does the heavy lifting. You guys, how much explaining did I do to you guys about it? Do with you guys, for you guys? next to none. I introduced him. That's why he goes live every night. That's called leverage. He does the heavy lifting. You just put people in front of something they already want. He has a deal that's way better than anything they have access to in their travel and vacation life. That is high leverage, where you let someone do the heavy lifting and you just do your part of getting people in front of him. So, man, that's all I got. I know to answer one of the questions people have been asking. So is the monthly, it's the $199 one time and $179 a month. That's not until next month. All you have to do today to secure your spot, if you want to get in pre-launch and become a family member, go to that link I posted. Okay, I posted. You can see it in the chat there. I'll post it one more time before we go here. And if you're watching the replay, you'll see the link in the notes, the show notes. But click that link right now. We're about to end this. So click the link, sign it, at least open a browser, copy and paste it. All you have to do, all you need to do, if you want to go ahead and secure your spot during pre-launch right now, it's only $19.99 right now. And then monthly for that. Once they launch, the membership product goes live next month. That's when you pay your monthly until you refer to it and it's free. So, man, that's all I got for now. Wes, closing remarks. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. I'm so excited for what you've created, but also you taking your time to come in here and do this private exclusive time with us and our community. So we appreciate you, man. We're so excited for all the collaboration with you moving forward and all the lives that are going to be impacted in all the ways. And we're just inviting you guys to be a part of it with us. Cool trips and cool places with us, with Wes. I mean, I'm super pumped. So any closing remarks, man? Shut us down.
No, we've got some videos already recorded that are on our YouTube channel. So if people are already talking and asking and wanting to know what to share, you can share. There's a 13-minute video. We have the compensation plan video, and then we have one of my recorded Zooms from last week. That's just the presentation. So if there's something that you want to share before tonight, but I would just encourage everybody, if everybody who joined on this Zoom got 2 people on tonight, you could already have your 2 that are ready to upgrade when we go live next month, and your membership's already free, you know, so you could upgrade and then already basically be free from month 1. So I would definitely take advantage of tonight. We're going to pack the Zoom tonight. And I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody, meeting everybody. I know there's some familiar faces in here I have met before. So I'm excited that y'all are going to participate and be on the journey with us and help cross off some of your bucket lists.
100%, man. Thank you. And great seeing all of you guys. I recognize a lot of you. And a question about the replay. It'll send out to everybody that's on our email list and texting. But if you missed that, just email support@simplifiedinvesting.com. Our team will get the replay link out. Leverage the replay. You guys, go ahead and enroll yourself and then leverage the replay link. Start firing that out. Invite the people to the live nightly with Wes. That's all you have to do if you want to be a part of this and take advantage of this. So we love you guys. We're praying God's best for every single one of you. And that's what excites me the most, is letting you guys know about how you can be a part of this with us and experience these incredible things. Wes, appreciate you, man. And everybody, we will see you next time. God bless.